Welcome back to AM Northwest. If you're looking for a great read, a great new book to read, our next guest is here to share her tips for us and her favorites. We welcome back publisher and New York Times best-selling author Anna David. How you doing, Anna?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. All right, let's get right to it because I know you have some really good books for our viewers to check out. And the first one is called Perfume and Pain.
Okay, let me just say up front, I love a book about a debaucherous LA party girl sowing her wild oats. I've written several of them.
Yes, I was going to say, as I recall, you've been there, done that, okay?
So this is a book after my own heart. Also, her name is Anna Dorn, so I'm down. So her protagonist, Astrid Dahl, she's this lesbian literary darling, but who's kind of lowbrow, who's just been canceled. And it's all about her misadventures in LA, where she's falling in love with her neighbor, where she's befriending the famous actress who's making her book into a TV show. And you would hate her if she wasn't so hilarious. So I was with her for every bit of perfume, pain, debauchery, and joy.
I just love it. That's a great one. I'll have to check that one out. Okay, the next one is called The Freaks Came Out to Write.
Yes, it's the definitive history of the Village Voice, the radical paper that changed American culture. Now, it can be hard to remember a time when a newspaper was radical, let alone a newspaper was making news for anything but going under.
Right.
But the Village Voice was it.
Yeah, it was it. Totally.
Did you read it?
Yes. I remember the Village Voice, yeah.
Yes, and it was co-founded by Norman Mailer and launched, Pulitzer Prize winners. And it was the first paper that covered off-Broadway, the first paper that covered hip-hop, the first paper to write about Donald Trump maybe being, not on the up and up, like all of these things. And this is this meticulously crafted. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
Over 200 interviews made into an oral history that kind of really brings you back in time.
It said it changed American culture. Does it talk about the demise of the paper as well?
Yes, it does. And I mean, by the way, the paper still exists.
It still exists.
Just a shadow of its former self.
Right, which is like a lot of papers now. Gotcha. Okay, $1 Million Weekend, the surprisingly simple way to launch a 7-figure business in 48 hours.
Sounds impossible.
Yeah,
I know.
Because it's gotta be.
Okay, read the book and then you tell me. Noah Kagan, the author, he's the founder of many multi-million-dollar businesses. I'm a huge fan. I follow his YouTube. I follow him on all the social media platforms. And this is probably the most entertaining business book I have ever read. He basically says, this is how I started all my successful businesses. You can do it too. So everything he suggests sounds doable and yet impossible. Example, walk into a coffee shop, he recommends, and order your coffee and then say, can I have 10% off? Don't offer a reason why you're asking. He says, worst case scenario, you'll build your rejection muscle. Best case scenario, you'll learn what it's like to start a business and be uncomfortable asking people for things and maybe get 10% off your coffee.
Wow. Okay. All right. Now let's do this one. Buying Time, a young person's guide to building wealth and fulfillment.
Yes. So when Heidi McNulty set out to write this, it was going to be a book about building wealth and being able to do what she did, which is retire at the age of 35. But then the unthinkable happened. Her husband killed himself in front of her and their kids in about PTSD. So then she discovered the true importance of money, which is giving you the time and the space and the freedom to heal. So this book has become, it became so much more than just a guide to building wealth and financial literacy. It's as much a story of resilience and perseverance as it is the young person's guide to building wealth and fulfillment.
Oh, wow. That's something else. These all sound like great recommendations. Anna David, thank you so much. And give Bernie a hug and a kiss for me.
I know. He says hi.
That's the cat, by the way, for people watching at home. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest.